This is a Triple D Unlocked breaking news.
It passed the bill that said we don't have to pay rent or we don't have to pay bills, because guess what? We still have rent, we still have bills. People is getting cut on hours, 10, 15 hours a week. Most people are getting laid off, and guess what? We don't have no income coming in. We have kids. Y'all don't want to give people that got a good job food stamps. Like, what are we supposed to do? This is ridiculous.
Stimulus checks didn't show up in their bank accounts. Fox 54's Sydney Moore has the details on what happened to those stimulus checks.
What is now a clear and calm parking lot in front of the City Tax Financial on Peach Orchard Road was an angry crowd full of people wanting answers.
People is not getting any hours. People are getting laid off, and this is ridiculous.
Dozens of concerned people were hoping their stimulus checks would arrive on April 15th.
Rent still got to be paid, food still got to be on the table. So, that's crazy.
Many were notified that their checks had come through, but it wasn't showing up in their account, leading them straight to City Tax Financial for answers.
It's just crazy now. And, you know, I've seen a lot of them out here. They was crying about the situation. And, you know, that hurt, too. You know, and it's a mess.
Lieutenant Fanning with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office spoke to Jonathan Michaels, the manager at City Tax Financial, who says the checks went to a third-party institution and it is not at liberty to disperse those checks.
Dozens pulled in and lined up here after getting a notification their stimulus was deposited, but
The account number is not the same as my account number.
the money they were waiting on never made it to their own banks.
It's very upset people.
Upset is perhaps an understatement for the crowd, which erupted here just after 2 o'clock demanding answers. Families believe their tax preparer had pocketed their stimulus.
I'm convinced that this was not a scam.
RCSO got the IRS involved and questioned city tax owner Jonathan Michaels, who later came out to confront the crowd awaiting. Officials saying since these folks originally filed their taxes with this company, their stimulus money wouldn't immediately go into their own account. Instead, City Tax created new accounts to organize stimulus checks and brought on a third party to help with disbursement, which further delays how quickly people will see money.
I have kids I have to take care of, so I have to do what I have to do on a daily basis regardless of any money come in. But once I know money coming in to help me and my babies out, I'm ready to get it.
Stimulus confusion is actually happening across the U.S. After all, it's an unprecedented experience.
This particular instance was a case of people just not knowing what's going to happen with their money.
In Augusta, I'm Sierra Cummings.
What they did, you made that direct deposit information. Being that you had to pay for them to do your taxes and you didn't pay it up front.
No, we been paid for taxes. It's
Hold on, baby, hold on. They put their account information in your account. So once they got their money back from your taxes, that's when they sent you your money. Their company sent you your money after they got all their fees and everything. That's why everything went to their account first.
That's wrong for that shit, though. And it ain't even no money.
Hey, be quiet! Let him talk!
Okay, so why are these made up routing and account numbers that our things supposed to go to? And why is it 10 of us out here sharing the same routing and account number for that same bank?
Let me answer that. Everybody's account, the routing number is for refund advantage. The account number for everybody is, I have a 5-digit number for this office, and the rest is your social security number.
No,
They ain't on your card. Right, get her.
Ask a question. Why would it say if they said it already came and the account that they gave me, that's not even an account that I even know anything about. There's no
Refund advantage account.
Okay, so what we I'm gonna let you know what's going on. Why my information don't match up? That's what I'm saying. No. I don't have my
my social security number for 32 years.
Exactly.
And I put in my thing and say my information don't match with nothing on file with Tax City or IRS. You can't tell, no, Jonathan.
Say her social security.
My social security number don't match.
Mine don't either.
And I ain't got nothing, no.
People can't even track their stuff if they want to.
Yeah, my social security number don't match.
Every time I pull up mine, it said do not have the match. And please get that up on 11 out my face, lady.
Half of them.
Listen to the question. Hold
Half
up.
of them information do not match what you say, what the IRS say. The ones that do not. Hold on, phone, baby.
It says my information don't match. I need to know that. That's all I need to know.
Y'all do try to hold people tax papers and not give it to them.
Why my social security number don't match?
You better get your file. You better get your file. Once y'all get your file, y'all gonna wait and see what they put in the system. And then y'all can go work it all the way from there. As far as the check, everything gonna get it.
20 weeks.
How long we do we have to wait? Because we got
Both of my daughters got their money in their account right now. So it's not with everybody, it's just with this one. Because I just got off the phone with my two daughters.
The paper tells you that they're sending the money back to the feds, and the feds are going to mail you the check.
But we just trying to figure out why is it going back only with city tax. So my daughter got their money in their bank account. Why?
Bills are still here. We still have to pay rent. No one has once passed the bill that we don't have to pay rent or anything. We still have bills. They need to pass the bill that say we don't have to pay rent or we don't have to pay bills, because guess what? We still have rent. We still have bills. People is getting cut on hours, 10, 15 hours a week. Most people are getting laid off. And guess what? We don't have no income coming in. We have kids. Y'all don't want to give people that got a good job food stamps. Like, what are we supposed to do? This is ridiculous. And it needs to be handled now.
My bank said the money was sent to the account. But it's not my account. It's crazy. My son, he got lupus, and I need my money. Like, my son has lupus. Penicillin shots, $1,500 a shot. Baby, they is not cheap. They got him on penicillin pills right now because they're free, because I can't afford to pay for the shots. And then the money say it's dispersed to the account, but they're saying they don't have the money, a credit holder, something holding our money. But the thing about that is, he can cut a check. He been cutting checks. And then I work 2 minimum wage jobs, Dollar Tree and Dollar General, to make ends meet. Rent still got to be paid, food still got to be on the table. True. It's crazy. It's crazy. My baby.
So what exactly happened?
What happened was, everyone knew about the stimulus check. When we filed taxes with him, we gave him the direct deposit information to get our direct deposit, our check. So we felt as though the stimulus checks was going to come the same way. So everyone checked their Get My Payment tool today from the IRS. The payment tool states that it was deposited into an account. The accounts that were given were not the accounts that we gave him to deposit our checks in. The accounts that we were given is obviously his accounts. Now that y'all telling us that it's a third party that have our checks and y'all have to send them to the IRS for us to get our checks back, in reality, y'all told everyone that the IRS is going to take 20 weeks for anybody else to get a check if they didn't have direct deposit. How long do you possibly think it's going to take for us to get a check when it got to be sent back to the IRS? This is ridiculous. Like I stated once again, they need to pass the bill where we don't have to pay rent, gas bill, light bill, water bill. Then guess what? We'll be fine. But until then, people is not getting any hours. People are getting laid off, and this is ridiculous. Nobody can keep up with their bills. But then when this is over with, guess what? We're going to be the first ones smoking out the door with the marshals at our house, because they can't help us. No one wants to leave on a note that we still have to wait a certain amount of weeks to get our check, when in reality we gave you our direct deposit information, so we should have our checks. It's ridiculous.
Yes, and I'm not going anywhere until I get mine. It's not even a 1-800 number on this paper that he gave us. So who are we contacting? It's no 1-800. It's no number to contact these folks on. This is the paper he printed. It's no number on here or nothing.
Nobody can get the option to verify everything was correct, and they didn't do that. So if they didn't do that, they ain't got no choice but to mail us our checks.
So they're not gonna let us do it Friday? No, because they're supposed to put it
website that we can go in and change the address.
But that's your information is not correct. You can get in contact with him or go online and correct. You can actually go in there with him right now and put your information in.
We should be able to put our own bank information. We should be able to put our own bank
information. If your mailing address is not correct, go in there and get them to change your mailing address or whatever. And it's going to automatically go to IRS and they will change it.
We already here.
If your mailing address is not correct, go ahead and change it.
I don't think that it's right that they going to return our money. Refund Advantage is supposed to be returning our money to the IRS, and the IRS is supposed to mail us a check. But if he already got the money in account, when we get our tax return, they write us a check. Why not write us a check now? You got it in the account. What's the problem? Waiting maybe about 7 days. 7 days ain't bad, but that's if that's so.
And you got yours, didn't you?
No.
Oh no, you didn't get one. Neither of you.
Anyone who was here
didn't get one.
We got our income tax money, but not the stimulus money. And see, her income tax check came direct deposit to her account. So her stimulus should have came direct deposit to her account, but it didn't. I got a paper check, so mine should have came to nobody's account at all. Period. No one's. Yeah. Yeah, it should have been mailed to my address, which would have been later. And I think Friday they're supposed to put on the IRS website that I can have a direct deposit. I can put that information in Friday. So our money should have never been sent to someone else's account. Never. But I'm gonna go home.
My first time. The first time was a bad experience. The first time coming to him and I was referred. And it was a bad experience. And I feel like if you made it to the news twice, why you can't do it again? Why not? And I'm the one to say it. News, I'm the one to say it. I'm not poor. I'm not in desperate need of money, but at the same time, I do have a job and my hours are cut. I went from 40 hours a week to 25 hours a week. 20 hours a week, barely get that. And then guess what my manager said? Your schedule may change day by day. So guess what? The schedule is not set. Nobody's poor. It's just a simple fact. No one is out here giving us a handout. We have to get how we live out here.
All right, you have to leave. You come back one at a time after you call and make an appointment. You have to come back one at a time. I need everybody to head to the vehicles.
Man, this is some fuck shit, y'all. This is really fucked up. This is really fucked up. I'm not going to I got
Let's go, guys.
Talk about